Shalom. This Shabbat we read Parashat Yitro, the portion that is named for Jethro, the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu, our teacher Moses. A great honor to have a portion named after you. Very few of the figures who appear in the Torah actually have a parasha named for them. Why does Yitro, who is not a member of the tribe, who is in fact a priest amongst the Midianites, why does Yitro merit this great honor? Perhaps it's because of the contribution he makes to the welfare of our ancestors. Yitro hears of the great miracles that took place that led to our ancestors being freed from slavery in Egypt and arriving across the Sea of Reeds to freedom. Yitro hears about the successful campaign against the Amalekites, and Yitro wants to come celebrate God's great successes, God's great miracles. He brings the members of his family to reunite with Moshe. They celebrate together, they offer sacrifices together, they worship God together. And then Yitro happens to notice that Moshe, as leader of the Israelites, is a bit overwhelmed by some of the responsibilities of leadership. Taking this in, he decides to offer some sage wisdom and counsel to Moses. He teaches Moses that he has to prioritize, that he has to learn how to delegate responsibility to others and decide what he himself will do. He has to put the house in order so that he can be a more effective leader. I was reminded of this past Sunday, as here at Anshe Emet Synagogue, we celebrated the legacy, the teachings, the values of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., together with leaders of the black church community, religious leaders from outside of our Jewish community who came in to celebrate God's great miracles, in particular the miracle of the state of Israel and the blessings which the community associates with the Jewish people. Like Yitro, they came from outside to share with us, to celebrate with us, to worship God with us, and at the same time they brought a message which was stirring and passionate and inspiring for all of us. Reverend Dee Dee Coleman came from Detroit along with Reverend Kenneth Flowers, and they spoke to us in a language we're not used to hearing about the importance of Israel from those who are outside the Jewish community. They see in the work of the Jewish people, and in particular the successes of the state of Israel, many of God's blessings which need to be recognized, and the need to support, to protect, and to stand up for the state of Israel. They reminded us of our responsibilities. They were telling us how to prioritize. Reverend Coleman paraphrased Dr. King when she talked about the audacity of hope, and that we need to be so audacious in our hope for the kind of world that we all want to see, the world that we can believe will someday come into being. A world that we have to work for. We will continue our celebrations together with members of the black church community in Chicago, as well as those who were here earlier this week from Detroit, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, this coming Shabbat at Anshe Emet Live, the monthly service conducted by our Chazan Alberto Mizrahi, when together with a gospel choir and our special guest speaker, Reverend Jesse Jackson, we will continue to celebrate the impact of Dr. King on all of our lives. It is so wonderful that they find in the Jewish community a source of blessings for all communities and all communities of God. But I cannot thank the leaders of the black church communities who came to Anshe Emet this week. I cannot thank them enough for the blessings which they have shared with us and how much they've enriched our lives. I look forward to seeing you at Anshe Emet Live and wish you all Shabbat Shalom and many more blessings.
Oh,